Hello everyone, and welcome back to speedrunning every room in White Knuckle. In this video, I'm going to be clearing all of the pier rooms. There's 4 different ones. This one's going to be a bit shorter than usual, because there's only 4 rooms instead of the usual like 10 to 20, but these rooms are a lot larger than your average one. I think I'm just going to get right into it. So for this room, there are a couple different ways you can go about it. So I'm just gonna show the first one. The first one, you can just like grab a brick, go up here, miss that jump, get the pill bottle, and then from here, okay. I think I just didn't get the run up there, but anyway. Here. Oh my god, okay. Yeah, I haven't practiced yet, so gameplay is a little bit off. But anyway, then you go up here, and then you probably have popped the pills a little bit before, but doesn't matter. Then you just go up here. You don't have to go that high, I think you could go from a little bit lower, doesn't really change anything. And then you're at the top, right? I don't know what that is. Anyway, but another way you can go about it is you can grab this guaranteed injector here. I timed it and it will cost you about 11 seconds to grab it. I don't think it's worth it to use it here. If you're just going to use it here, I think you lose on time. Unless you have like metabolic stasis or something. But in like an iron knuckle run, I don't think it's worth doing that. I think you just want to do the route I did, which when I timed me doing the route normally, except when I didn't mess up the jumps, it's like a 25-second route, so it's pretty quick. There's also a little secret up here with a guaranteed grub injector. I don't think it's worth going for, it's simply too far away. Though if you feel like you don't have enough injectors for Abyss or something, you could just take the 11 seconds to grab the injector there. I'm just going to show the full run without making many mistakes. Alright, so you go through, grab a brick. Like that. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this room. There's a little chance that the milk can spawn here. Doesn't really matter. On to the next room. Oh, stop. Alright, for this room, you want to just go here. Then you can grab this little injector right here, guaranteed. Go like this. From here, I think it's best to go here. And then from here, you can either choose to do a flare jump. Yeah, from here, I'd like to just do like a flare jump. But you can also just jump there with the injector. But I'm bad at parkour there. Then you can either do another flare jump upwards, or you can just shoot the staircase. Doesn't matter. Either way, you get to the end. I'm just going to show it again and go over the theory a little bit. So for this one, there was also a breeder here that's interesting, not very useful for a speedrun though. There's also a flare crate here if you need extra flares. There's also a little supply crate, though when I actually looked at the loot table, there's like a 3% chance that the supply crate actually gives you anything good. more like 4%, but anyway, pretty rare, pretty low chance. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Don't know why I went here. That's not a good route, especially considering these are only chances as well. So yeah, pretty much just the route I took. Only thing I really think that is difficult about this part of the route is just doing this part right here. Actually remembering where the handholds are is kind of difficult, especially with how difficult it is to actually see what's sticking out and what isn't. But that's pretty much it for this one as well. This might be a lot shorter of a video than I thought it was going to be. Alright, for this one, this is one of the newer ones. Yeah, these are some pretty decent probabilities of getting some rebar, but anyway, what you want to do for this one, so from here, just go like this, and then from here, you can go like this to the top. If you aren't in Iron Knuckle mode, there is this vendor right here, so you can like at this point just check that real quick and then continue going up. Anyway, that will lead you to this 40% chance at an injector, and then there's two different ways you can go about this next section. Either you can go to the left and then up, or you can go to the right and then from this platform do a jump onto this and then go up. It's slightly faster to go from here, but if you don't have like a lot of rebar and then also like a spare flare to do a jump, you can't really do this section. I mean, maybe with like a well-made flare. Let me just try that. No. So you need at least like 2 rebar plus a flare gun shot, or like a blink eye to make this. But you're saving like 3 seconds by going this route. So I'm just going to show the alternative route. You can go here, they give you a guaranteed auto baton, which is quite useful for this next part. They also give you a food item, which I should have taken, but too late now. Go to the top, use your auto baton, and then you need to do that. That's pretty much it for this one. Yeah, only one left. So I found out that I think if you maybe haven't unlocked the blink eye before, or just like spawn one here, at least that's what this seems to indicate, there's a 50% chance at a food bar spawning here, and the route for this one involves 3 pretty precise flare jumps. So, okay, I already messed it up. So first you're going to want to flare jump onto this little post. Then you're going to want to flare jump from here up to there. So as you can see from here, it slightly starts dropping in elevation as you go further. So you want to still like remain at the top of it, move forward, and then do your flare jump down. It's not that difficult to jump if you just know when to release the flare. Then you just climb up to here, then you do your third flare jump here, then you can grab the injector. I think it's best to just use it, because then you get to be able to make this jump. There's a flare crate if you need more flares. You just then you just go off with these handholds, but I seem to just be incapable of using handholds right now. Okay, pretend like I didn't mess all that up, then you go up there. For this room, it's also a very good room to use a grub on, but so are most rooms. But you can just like use a grub to get here, then you can grab the roid, then you can continue to go up, and then you can go here and make the entire room in like 10 seconds. yeah, I mean, that's actually all of Pier. I might actually just merge this video with Elevator Shaft now that I think about it, because this is like way too short. Alright guys, I want to keep this part short because frankly this entire region pretty much just gets skipped. And also the rooms are just like pretty generic and pretty easy to just go through, but I'll give you some general tips for the area. So what you want to do for this area if you're in like a proper speed run is you're pretty much always just going to grub through it. And what you're going to do when you're grubbing through it is you're going to just like you're gonna hit your flashlight like maybe 3 times, then you'll pop pills, you'll pop an injector, and then you'll just jump and grab this, then you'll spam jump pretty much the whole way. If you don't make it, it's no big deal because there's plenty of handholds to just latch on to. I mean, if I use show grabs here, you can see there's just so much green everywhere. If you really like remember where the handholds are, which is pretty much more like just a muscle memory thing. There's simply way too many to like actually remember stuff. So it's just going to be like subconscious memory carrying you. Then you can just go to the end no problem. Alternatively, what you can do is you can just use the pills and then you can still get through the entire section in like 40 seconds if you just climb pretty well. Couple tips for people who are new. There's often jumps like these where you can see there's like a little bit of a gap within the layers but you can't quite reach it with just a jump. But what you can do is you can do a floor jump. Okay, I'm messing this up, but you can see there you can do a floor jump, or you can just use like anything to get a little bit of height, and you can pretty easily get through these things without actually having to see the handholds on the side or anything. There isn't really much more to say about the section. Pretty much the only limit is how much stamina you have, and like how good you are at spamming jump, and how your memory is of where the handholds are. Not really much else to say. I guess there's one little part towards the end where there's a burrow, and I'd just say that it is worth going into that if you don't have any stamina items, because at the end of the tunnel there is not this, but I guess right here there is actually a guaranteed pill bottle underneath this pool of blood, and there's also a little grub chance here. Also a chance at a flag crate, but that wasn't actually what I was going for. There's a section right here. If you see a hole in the wall like this, it's good to go through it. There's a lot of handholds. And then right here, there's 4 different food items, and then you can just keep going, and then you're back into it. The teeth can't actually reach you in here, I think, which is really weird, because it should be their domain, right, if they literally made it, but I guess I won't complain. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this section. Thank you everyone for watching. Hope this video was informative and insightful, like all of my other videos. And keep climbing, y'all. Like and subscribe. Come on, let's get it.